Hey guys, it's Nate again, and I got another quick 3D modeling tip for you. Hopefully you find this one useful as well. So when you're modeling, sometimes it's good to be able to keep certain parts of your model at hand, and when you have separate meshes, it's really easy to do that. So I mean, I got a couple different meshes here, and it's easy enough for me to say, like, I want to work with this one. Okay, this is a separate piece, this is a separate piece. You know, if I were to combine these, I'll just do mesh combine here. It's still pretty easy because I can always come in and I can double click it and it'll select the entire object. Double click this, it'll select the entire object. There's a few ways to do this kind of thing, but if you're working on one object that is all one mesh and all the verts are welded, like this is actually just like that, then sometimes it can be really useful to have a fast way of selecting certain parts of the object without having to go in and, you know, click on each face or try and run loops over what you do want and then get rid of what you don't. So I've got a quick tip for you on how to do that. So let's take a look over at this here, and you can see I just modeled in a quick shape, and you can probably tell what that shape represents. It's quite clearly a rather skinny man in a kilt with a pretty baller hat on. Probably saved up a lot of allowance to get that hat. So anyway, so if we want to make some selections, you can see here I've selected the upper area of the shirt and the kilt, and here I've selected the lower legs. Here I've selected just one arm, another arm, the back plate. So that's really useful to be able to do. And over here we've got some different selections. So this time I've got the entire body as one selection, and the back plate is a separate selection. So all I'm doing here is I'm actually using UVs to make quick selections that I can get back to at any time while I'm modeling. And rather than setting up selection sets and having that clutter the outliner, if I know I don't care about an object's texture or I haven't done it yet, while I'm modeling, I find that this is a very easy, quick way to keep different selections. So I'll show you an example of what I do here. So what I'll do, so let's say that I just want to select this leg. Now right now I don't have a way to do that. This is all kinds of messed up. UVs haven't been established, and nothing's gone on with this in terms of creating selections. So what I'll do is, as I'm selecting the leg the first time, and I'll just double click from one face to another. Didn't quite work there, it's alright. So you see, this is kind of the annoying part of selecting something. What I'll do is, once I have a selection that I like or an important piece, I'll actually just perform a quick planar map on that. And it doesn't have to be a quick planar map, it can be not any UVs, but planar mapping is really nice because it just drops in really fast. Doing a quick planar map is great, and I actually have this set to a hotkey, so I'll just select that and quick planar map. I just did it, and now at any point in time I can just I can convert my selection to a shell, UV shell, and you can see it actually just selects that. So if I were to look in my UV window, pop it open here, you can see I've got those as a UV set. So if I make another selection, let's just take the skirt, I'll just do that, deselect what I don't want. I want to run a quick planar map again, and you'll see it pop up over here. There we go. So since I don't care about the UVs, it's no big deal. I'm just showing you the window so you know what's going on. And then again, we can just select one face or even an edge, and we can control to UV shell. I actually have a hotkey that converts whatever I select into a UV shell, so that's pretty useful. That's what I'm using here. And yeah, that's something I like to use to select different things. So if you're wondering, like, well, where would I really use this? Well, if you've got a mesh that's kind of tricky to see different parts of, so let's set this all to a Lambert. It's really helpful to be able to make a quick selection out of whatever you've got going on here. That way you can keep working around it. Maybe you isolate some sections or some pieces you know you're going to want to pull out later that you're not quite ready to pull out now. And so I can do that again here if I just want to have just this L shape. Let's do just from here. And it seems like my double click's being funny, so I'll just select all this. Let's say I just want that weird selection. Well, I'll click quick planar that, and I can, you know, do whatever I'm going to do, model like crazy. Preferably not model like that, but then later I can come back and I still have my selection set, and it's actually adapted to my transforms without having to create an actual selection set.